name is Myaia Holmes. I am the Executive Director of the Metro Detroit Mutual Aid, Vice President of Programs with the Minority Freedom Community Fund, the Program Manager with the National Domestic Workers Alliance, and Resource Manager with Access, also a Deal Fellow. Well, I'm 23. I was born in Detroit, grew up predominantly in Atlanta, Georgia, Stone Mountain technically, and I started the Metro Detroit Mutual Aid in 2016 as a capacity building organization for nonprofits who do mutual aid work, and then got into mutual aid organizations only. And I think sort of for me, the idea behind mutual aid, some reliance on community rebuilding community, right? Because I don't think a lot of us live in communities anymore where we know our neighbors and they know us, and we are able to build really self-sustainable communities. Detroit is sort of the all-American city, and so I think in that way, Detroit has always reflected the state of the country. We, had the sort of idyllic 1950s, you can work in a factory and your wife can stay at the house with your 2 kids and you can buy that house and and live off of that, and now we have a whole lot of gentrification and abandoned buildings, and I think that's sort of the all-American experience now. So that's what I think about when I think about Detroit. But I also, of course, think about all of the individuals and all of the organizations that are doing tremendous work to make sure that the city also leads the charge in recreating what it means to be American and what it means to be a person and what it means to live in a community. For instance, when you need a roll of toilet paper because a pandemic just started and we're all freaking out and buying up all of the toilet paper because it's the end of days, creating not only a system where you can say, well, these are people who I know have toilet paper and will give me some, not asking anything in return, but also changing the ideas of what it means to live in a city and what it means to have neighbors and what it means to live in a system of distrust, what it means to actually trust people again, just off the basis of humanity. I think the question is not how you can support me, but rather how you can support the mutual aid organizations in your community, because we are trying to divest from 1, centralized leadership, and 2, these giant nonprofits that are just like running things. So what you can do is go to mutualaidhub.com and they put in your zip code and they will tell you your nearest mutual aid organization. And then if you just don't have one, which I promise you do, then you can go to the Metro Detroit Mutual Aid. You can just Google us, or it's detmutualaid.com, and find some information there.